Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. I hope everyone's having a great Monday morning. Really exciting news here today. Right before I went to bed, I was notified that a Qantas A380 had filed a flight plan to Honolulu from Melbourne, Australia. So after waiting around for a while to make sure it actually took off, did have a roundabout to the taxiway and then back to the gate and then back out. But eventually it took off a little bit late. So that actually helped us out because it was supposed to be here at 5:30 this morning. So now it's supposed to be here at 8:15 today. Very rare visitor here to the islands. It's happened a few times. As far as I know, the only other times were for medical diversions. It's been here, I believe, 3 other times, but give or take. The last time it was here was not that long ago. It was probably 8, 9 months ago. And we happened to catch it in a stream. It was the Los Angeles flight that was QF11, I believe, that was diverted here for a medical emergency. We do have a queen coming in, so let's take that real quick. So this is technically our first Qantas plane of the day. This is actually Atlas Air, but it's operated by Qantas, so this is our first Qantas of the day. So at some point today, we'll have a Qantas, in air quotes, 747, and we'll have a Qantas A380 on the deck. That's pretty cool. You don't get to say that very often. Good morning, Miss Lils, Jane, O'Malley, Rainbow Love. Thanks all for being here on such short notice. I didn't actually decide to do a pop-up stream until about 5 this morning. I woke up at 5 this morning and said, what the heck, let's chance them, let's do it. So here we are. Very nice to have them come all the way down here to see us. Hello, Phil. Keith, good to see you both here. Oh, we got a Brandon Rabbit sighting. Hello, Brandon. Yes, it is a nice surprise. I almost didn't believe it last night. I thought for sure it had to be a glitch in the system, because occasionally we'll get glitches where information's put in wrong and it'll show up to Honolulu and you get all excited and then it cancels or changes. So I was a little cautiously optimistic last night, which is why I didn't schedule the stream last night. But I checked Qantas's own website and it was listed as Honolulu, so I said, oh well, if it's good enough for their website, it's good enough for me. Well, let's flip over and catch this real quick. This is something we don't see a lot of. Well, you see more than most people. This is a 737-200 leaving off the reef runway. This is Transair. It is heading off to Lanai. So hopefully, that's already been in and out once since I've been here, and I haven't been here that long, so hopefully we'll see that taxi over here again. It'll taxi pretty close to us if it comes back. Transair has I think four more of those 737-200s. But they're currently on hold with the FAA. They're supposed to resume flights in the fall sometime. I don't have an exact date. But they have been moving them around. I haven't seen any of them fly yet, but they have been moving them around. When we got here on Saturday, there was one over here by the shorts, the Transair shorts that park over there. So if anybody's asking why, I see a couple of why questions about a 380. I have no idea. It is listed as the normal QF-105, which is normally a 330 Qantas from Melbourne to Honolulu. That's the flight number, so it's not a special flight number. So I really couldn't tell you. I have no idea why they changed the equipment on this one. I have not found a departure flight from Honolulu yet, so I don't know where it's going after this. If it is going to turn around and head back to Melbourne, or if it's going to continue on somewhere else. I have no idea. So if anybody sees that... Oh, now see? There we go. Ian's got the information. 9:40 to LAX. That is a very quick turnaround for a very big plane. So to LAX, me and one of my mods were talking about that before the show started, theorizing that's where it was going to go. Now, if it actually is 9:40, oh, sorry, I'm talking about the A380 and I let the Queen slip off the screen. If it actually is 9:40, there's an outside chance we can stay. But if we do that, it affects tomorrow's show. And you're thinking, well, why, if we stay today, why does it affect tomorrow's show? Well, the deal I have out with my day job is I get 2 days a week where I can come in a little later to do shows. So if I do a long show today, that means I can't do a long show tomorrow. Not long, 3 hours. So we'll have to balance that out when we get there. I would like to see it depart, though. So our good friend and AI master, Jonathan McD, is gifted 1 reverse ops membership. I think it was Lufthansa that got the gifted membership on this one. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Thank you for this, and thank you for keeping me in stitches. Or in diapers, maybe. Maybe you're keeping me in diapers. I don't know. Okay, that's an inside joke because he makes pictures of me as a toddler. I'm not actually wearing diapers, so don't start any rumors. And then Our good friend and moderator Jane Chu has also gifted one reverse ops membership. Thank you very much, Jane. Looks like John is the recipient of that, so please join me in thanking Jane. Yes, Gabriel is. I think Gabriel. All Gabriel does is watch ADSB Exchange. I think that's his whole. He must have like Google glasses where he just has ADBS Exchange up in his glasses all the time, so he doesn't miss anything. But thank you, Gabriel. No, Brandon, that's why I don't do 8-hour streams, so I don't have to wear diapers. I time my streams at the limit of my bladder. I don't see how people do 8-hour streams. Well, I think that 9:40 might be the time it was scheduled to leave if it showed up on time. But like I said a minute ago, it was quite delayed getting out of Melbourne. So I would imagine that 9:40 time would have been if they did show up at 5:30. So I would imagine, just guessing off the top of my head, I would put it probably closer to noon, which I can't stay till noon. I could stay till noon on a regular Tuesday, but so we'll see. We'll at least catch its arrival, which is about an hour and 10 minutes away, give or take a digit or two. Yeah. 9:40 we could do an outside shot of. We can probably, I can text my boss and we can maybe do an outside shot of. I don't see it turning around in an hour. An hour and a half. Even when it was here on the medical emergency, it took longer than that to turn around. So I would be very shocked. If it was a normal flight where they had normal, everything was scheduled and everything with the A380, I would maybe, but I doubt it. Yeah. Yeah, those refuelers are quick, O'Malley, but I don't think they're NASCAR quick. Because another thing I don't know is it's listed as QF105, so I'm assuming they're bringing the full load of passengers on. So I don't know. They just dump those people off and take an empty plane to LA? I don't know. I don't know. So many questions, so few answers here on Reverse Ops. Hello, Jen. How are you? We got Christine and Kath all here. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for showing up on a Monday. It's a little... a little deviation from the norm, but that's okay. We have a Delta heading out to the reef runway. That Delta is also heading off to LAX. It's a 7-6. It'll be going here in just a minute. Hello, CFI on the fly. Legalized Simp. That would be a heck of an upgrade, though. I would. I mean, I've never been that lucky. I mean, you change planes. It's usually something boring like a Max to a 700 or something, or uh, but to upgrade from a 330 to an A380 on your flight to Hawaii, that would be awesome. Every once in a while, I slip 2-time 500 winner. So I don't know how many new people are here. I know there might be quite a few people who've never watched the channel before. So I'd like to welcome you all to Honolulu. After this Delta, well, let's see, I can do it right now. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We're an aviation and live stream and tomfoolery channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, or as they said on the news last night, or Saturday night, Daniel K. International. I don't know where that came from. Kyle Chin, I'm looking at you. But anyway, Daniel K. Inouye International Airport is right over here. It is 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu, which is right over there. We're somewhere in the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, halfway across the Pacific. So that means we get a lot of interesting stuff here. Not just the A380 that's showing up today. We also get 2 more A380s a day. Those are ANA A380s, the Flying Honu. We get a lot of military action, a lot of foreign military action that comes through here too. So if you like heavies, you like cargo, you like military, you like foreign military, we get a sprinkling of everything. So thanks for tuning in. If you could hit that like button underneath the video, I'd really appreciate it. It's somewhere down, probably down there, right? Probably right there, down there. I would really appreciate it. Next to it is a subscribe button that if you're not subscribed to the channel, it's probably turning pink every time I say subscribe. But we're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I like those big round numbers. So help us out. All right, I think that 76 is about to start moving. Yeah, it's moving now, so we'll go over and we'll take that. That is heading off the reef runway, which is 8 right. It is built on a man-made peninsula out there. It was built in the 70s. It's not the longest runway here at the airport. The 8 left beats it by about 300 feet. And at one time, 8 left was the longest runway in the world. They chopped off the end of it. It used to be over 15,000 feet long. All right, I'm going to confuse Sydney all day. We have a 717 down at the end of the runway. We'll see which runway it takes. It looks... See if it turns here in just a second, which runway it's going to take. If it keeps going straight across the picture, it's going to head out to the reef runway. If it points its nose at us, it's going to head out 8 left. I'm thinking, ooh, 8 left. Okay, this one's going to come right at us over our head. That graphic is really big. Let's make it smaller. When I said straight over our head, he meant it. So here at Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, we do get 2 A380s a day, the ANA A380s, the flying Honu. So we are equipped here to handle them. There are 2 primary gates for the A380s here. I believe it's C4 and C8 or 9. I don't remember what the other one is, but I think it's C4 and C8 or 9. Anyway, the end of the C gates, there's 2 of them. Should be this one. Let's see if we can focus in on one. So it should be, you can see the first one here, how it has the 2 levels. I believe that's C4 or something. Let's C4 or 5, somewhere in there, whatever it takes. Let's see, super zoom. Let's see if super zoom helps. Yeah, oh yeah, C4 I think it says. Yeah, there we go, C4. And then the other one is down further, a little bit further. Can't really see it, but that's where they usually put the 2 ANA A380s. I've heard from people who work on the airport that there is a 3rd gate that they could use if they needed to, but it doesn't have the dual jetways, the dual level jetways. But they could use it if they needed to. It's big enough. So I don't remember which one that is. Yeah, I was close. I'm gonna call that right. I said 8 or 9 when it's actually C9. So thanks, John. My information will get you 80% of the way there. If you're not used to the channel, my information will get you close. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you. So if you ever thought to yourself, why doesn't Patrick stream on Mondays? Well, this is why I don't stream on Mondays, because Mondays are noticeably slower especially before 8 o'clock, than other days of the week. So the two busiest days of the week in the morning seem to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's why I stream usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those shows are between 6:45 and about 9:45. Sometimes we push it and make me late to work, but most of the time I slide in the back door in time. We do a third show on Saturdays. That bounces around a little bit, but it's usually starts about the same time, but we'll go a little later. We'll try to catch the first A380 departure. I don't know what time this weekend, this Saturday's show is going to be, because it all depends on Thursday's show. Thursday is a channel members' choice show. So we're letting the channel members decide where we're going to be. We're either going to be right here, we're either going to be in the Lagoon General Aviation parking lot, which is about 2 miles to my left, or we're going to be in the small boat harbor over off of Sand Island Access Road, which gives us a great view of the underbellies of the departures. And one thing I didn't think of when I put that poll up is, if we do end up over there and the F-22s go out, that'd be a view we've never seen of the F-22s. We've seen the Heavies over there, but I've never seen the F-22s over there. So if the F-22s go out on Thursday, that would be an excellent place to be. So don't let that sway your vote. Vote your heart. Vote your conscience. But just a little note: if the F-22s go out, that would be a view we've never seen of them before. Brandon is, to my knowledge, it's 4 times. There was one about, I don't know, about 8 months ago or so that we caught in the show. That was a diversion on the way to LAX. I believe all the others were as well. I didn't see those other ones. In fact, I didn't know they happened until I was talking with one of the other local plane spotters here, Ivan, who runs HNL Rare Planes. That's what it is. The website, and he let me know that there was other ones prior to that. So we do have a Coletta Air 747 lit up on the cargo ramp. It doesn't have a destination or a time yet, but it is lit up. Exactly, Brandon. Vote Pop-Tarts. Oh, see, Jen knows what's up. No voter tampering here, Upper. Yeah, I bet diversions. Brandon's talking about diversions in the chat. His dad used to work uh, for one of the airlines, so I bet you that it plays a real hassle with things. I mean, out here, most of the time, unless it comes right back, we have lots of time to uh, to get people ready. Unless uh, the two I'm thinking of are that Qantas, that thing that was a couple hours lead time, and that was I believe, well, maybe an hour or so before it got here, and then there was a Singapore A350 that was diverted here, and that had a 4-hour lead time on the diversion. So they decided to divert here, and we were still 4 hours away. So we do get Singapore Airlines twice a day here. That's the co-branded 777s with DHL. So Singapore Air does have employees here, and they had to come back after their shift and service the A350. If I remember correctly, with the Singapore A350, I don't think anybody got off the plane. It was a medical diversion. So I don't think the only person that got off the plane were the passengers directly involved in the medical diversion. So I don't think anybody went anywhere. They just, I believe they had to refuel it. And the one thing I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but it didn't ring a bell. When I was on a diverted flight going from here to Dallas, we diverted to LA with the extra X for a medical diversion, and we had to get topped off with fuel. And the thing that took the longest was getting all the medical supplies back on the plane, because we got there so early. The normal people weren't there, I guess, and it took almost an hour just to get all the medical supplies back on the plane. They couldn't leave without a full stocked medical kit. So this is another 717. This is an inter-island flight, if you're not familiar. It's a Hawaiian. So it is heading off to Lehue. Lehue is on the island of Kauai, which is one of two islands west of here, one of two main islands west of here. Again, right over our head. The tripod does not go up that high, apparently. There it is. Ooh, you hear that? You know what that is? That is my normal get up for work alarm on a non-stream day. So I've already been streaming for about 40 minutes, and my alarm just went off. So, oh wait, that's not even my normal alarm. That was my get up and check on the A380 alarm. 8:10, thank you. If you're asking about the Singapore, Brandon, they have staff here for the cargo. They don't have mechanics and stuff, but they do have Singapore Airlines employees here for the cargo. Because usually that's just a unload and reload and get out of here thing, turn around for those two 777s. Christine, unfortunately, the problem is it's when they go right over you. It's straight over your head. So I'm actually a little off the center line of the runway by a couple 100 feet, and when they go anywhere over your head or just a little off over your head, the angle of the tripod doesn't go up that high. It only angles up to it'll only angle up so far. It doesn't point straight up. So, but most of the time those two were the exception to the rule. Usually they're braking right much earlier than that, and we don't lose them in the shot. For some reason, those two decided to go straight out a little further. Christine, are you talking about Rainbow Love's Naughty Cabin? Yeah, it's huge, multi-level. You got to book early; it sells out. And there really is no off season for Rainbow Love's Naughty Cabin. It's popular all year round. Ooh, it's getting quicker. And Leon's getting larger. Oh, O'Malley, I thought you had a permanent residence. I thought there was the O'Malley suite. All right, so the next one coming in here on 8 left is an Aloha Air Cargo. It is about to touch down on 8 left. There it is right there. If the camera will focus on it. Come on, camera. We have another 717 down there, so we'll see what departure path it takes. That was a little better. Oh, I'm in super zoom. That's why it was weird. So one of those is the Aloha air cargo we just saw land. The other one in front of is another 717 heading off to Maui. We also have a 717 that's coming in on the crossing runway, which is 4 right. So we lose it a little bit behind some hangars, but we'll see it in the air over here. There it is. You also see the tails of the queens we have over there. There's a Coletta, a UPS, and then there's a second UPS. So hopefully we'll get one of those departures. The Coletta was lit up earlier. I think it turned off. See, Jonathan, I use the rule, if I laugh, it's funny. And that's enough for me. Especially with things I say. If it amuses me, whether you guys are amused or not is secondary. As long as I'm amused. Now that's the way it's supposed to work right there. Pouch potato. Arriving at 8:08. Very appropriate for Hawaii. Well, Oliver, Qantas comes here a lot. They come here most days from Sydney and Melbourne. The A380 is the weird part of it. It's been here, I believe, 3 or 4 other times. Those all times were on medical diversions on flights to LA. This is the first scheduled A380 between Melbourne and Honolulu that I'm aware of. Hello, Colin. All right, we'll be waiting for you, Black Cat. Nobody say anything till Black Cat gets back. I don't want her to miss anything. So what you're looking at here is the object in the center is obviously a control tower. That is the old control tower, not the original control tower, but the old one. Last I heard, someone told me they still use it for the ground control. So all the ground controllers are there. The other tower is off more in the center of the airport. It's over here. So this is the main ATC tower. The terminal building used to be over here where all the cargo is. So right now, if you look at a map, Lagoon Drive goes, once it bends around the end of 8 left, it pretty much goes straight down to the parking lot. Well, it used to dogleg back in a bit, and that's where the old original terminal is, but I don't think there's anything left of that anymore. I can't. If there is anything left, it's very tiny because it seems like it's all gone. So they moved the terminal over here. There are 2 water runways over here to our left. Over in this body of water here, there are 2 water runways. There's 4W and 8W that run parallel with their matching number runways. I can't remember the last time I saw one being used. I did see them when I first moved here. They used to have a place that would do tour flights in water planes. And then there's also a place down there you could get married and then take a trip in the seaplane. But that's the last time I saw anything used. There's nothing big. The big stuff stopped a long, long time ago. And as far as I know, the big clippers and stuff like that, the Pan Am clippers and stuff like that, they didn't land over here. They landed in Pearl Harbor and docked at what is now called Pearl City Peninsula. So they were not over here. The area that we just looked at is very shallow. I don't know if that's the reason or not, but I've seen no evidence that the Pan Am clippers ever made it over here. I've seen tons of photos of them in Westlock and parts of Pearl Harbor. And there is actually a memorial over there, a little plaque commemorating where the old dock used to be. I keep meaning to go over there and look at it, but you know how it is. You keep planning to do something, and you never get around to it. So those two planes there that just turned, the two Hawaiian Heavies there, the one that in front is Hawaiian Flight 6. It's heading off to Vegas. The one behind it is Hawaiian Flight 10. That is heading off to LA with the Extra X. Very close together departures today. Oh, thanks, Todd. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I know this plane was supposed to fly to LAX yesterday and was canceled, and then showed up as the regular flight number for Honolulu, from Melbourne to Honolulu, which was 105. And then, so, and then our good friend Ian confirmed that this flight is heading off to LA with the Extra X after it's here. So, best guess is the LA flight canceled yesterday, and they're making up for it and stopping here along the way. But I don't know what they're going to do with the Melbourne flight going back. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But so these 330s will both head out to the reef runway. Possibly, Keith. I don't like promising because I don't really know. So hopefully we will see some. It is if they leave between 8 and 9, we will see them. We kind of got to pack up right after 9 to get to work. So this United in this shot is a 737-800. It's heading off to Majuro, which is a tiny little island atoll out in the very western Pacific. In fact, so western it's almost eastern. Oh, it keeps getting quicker. I like that. Yeah, it is just about to turn. What are you doing? Alright, so the looks like Hawaiian Flight 6 is on the move, so we're going to flip over and catch it on the reef runway. Should come through these trees in just a second. There it was. Alright, so the next 330 is heading out. How you doing? My alarm to get up just went off about, oh, it's about to go off right now.
Huge fan.
Well, thank you very much.
Drink my morning coffee with you all the time.
Oh, I appreciate that.
When I saw your post last night, I'm like,
Yeah. I'm glad it was a little delayed getting out of Melbourne because it was originally supposed to be here at 5:30.
Are they coming out for like a special convention or something?
No, I think it was just getting planes where they need to get, because they canceled an LA flight. Yeah. Oh, there's my alarm that's telling me I should be getting up on a Monday morning now. Alright, so if Qantas A380s weren't enough, I just heard them call out some fighters too, so we should be getting some fighters soon. So hopefully they won't go out as the A380 comes in. Good morning, Kelvin. Alright, so the A380 is just about to pass over Koalina. So that's about 11-ish miles, 12-ish miles away. So it should be here in under 4 minutes. A little far to see him yet, but when he gets over, if you're looking at, if you're following along on flight radar, there's a place called Iroquois Point. Kind of looks like a lobster claw. That's about when we get a really good shot of him. That's about 4 miles away from where I'm standing. So that 737-200 we saw leave a little bit ago is back already. This is it right here. This is not. It never goes very far. It only goes as far as Lanai, so it's very short flights. There's a lot of gray dots on the taxiway Juliet, but we are going to prioritize the A380, which I could just see now. I think it just turned on its landing lights. So it is passing over Eva Beach right now. Or more likely Eva, not Eva Beach. People get annoyed when you can lump everything into Eva. A little bit of bad timing with the fighters and the Qantas, but there's a lot more gray dots down there, so I think we'll still be able to see some more. So welcome. I'd like to be the first to welcome our new Rule Overlord. Cool. Huh?
I take it it's gonna leave fairly quickly.
I.
Because of the
It says 9:40, but that's a really quick turnaround. I don't actually know, but I'm gonna hang out a little bit and see. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, okay, we're gonna hold on this. It's actually going this side. Look at this. So the Qantas is going to tuck behind that United. So I'm going to try to show you the next F-22 if I can. I should be. All right, so I guess we know now which other gate can handle the A380, because that is not the normal gate there. That is a gate closer to United, which are the, is that E? That would be E. Hold on, let me get you a sticker. Hold on. There you go. All right, take care. Hope you got some good shots. Are you on the Discord channel? Are you on my Discord channel?
no, but I saw you on Instagram and I want virtually.
All right.
So,
Yes. If you're on the Facebook or the Discord, you can. I'd like to see your shots if you don't mind. Cool. All right, so we got a big Roo and a tiny fast gray thing, so that's a good couple minutes there. Well, I think we might be getting more gray things. Ugh. So if you're new here and just tuned in for the Qantas, those are F-22As from the Hawaii Air National Guard, the 199 Fighter Squadron, based here at Hickam Air Force Base, which shares its runways with Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. That's why we get them so close. G3, thank you very much, John. So now we know. So next time we get a diversion or a weird A380, we'll know it can fit in G3. So if you like the big ones, if you like super heavies, we have another one coming in that'll be here in about a half an hour. It's just currently south of the island of Niihau. That is the ANA A380. It's flight 184, ANA 184. It's the green sea turtle livery this morning. So we're definitely going to hang out for it. That'll be in at 8:49, running about 4 minutes late. There's another one behind it that I don't know if we're going to be able to stay for. Today is not my normal stream days. Normal stream days, I have to be at work at 10:30. Regular days, I have to be at work at 9:30. So we're definitely going to stay for the next A380. Not quite sure about the second one. The second one is might be pushing it too far. Angela, I don't think so. I think this is just a weird coincidence of things that happened. I wouldn't count on this happening more often. I hope it does. I sure would like more A380s here. My dream would be sometime in the future with the Korean and Asiana merger for them to take those two flights, the Asiana and Korean, that come in later in the day and merge those into one A380. That would be nice, but it's probably a pipe dream. It's probably just me, idle thoughts in my head, you know. Yeah, Steven, it's amazing how far the sound travels once they start moving, because I can hear them at my house when they leave. And then I hear them again about 3 minutes later as they rifle over my head, heading north. Yeah, Gina, I think if they could figure out a way to get the business class full on some of those European flights out here, they would definitely come out here. But the problem is Hawaii is a very much a vacation destination, not necessarily a business destination. So usually people are looking for the best fare. It's definitely true coming from the mainland. And right now it's just cheaper for them to funnel, for the European airlines to funnel their traffic through one of the mainland destinations. The only exception to that seems to be Japan. Japan seems to have no problem filling up their upper level seats. You may have heard a bunch of articles going on and on about the ANA A380s flying empty out here, and that is far from the case. That is a complete hyperbole. Empty is a empty to them is not empty to ANA apparently. We've had several first-hand accounts in the chat and a first-hand account in my house that flew on ANA and said it was, some flights were a little less full than others, but the flights Mrs. Reverse Ops on were fairly full. And I've heard from several people that the premium seats are full, so. All right, take care, Keith. Oh, we might. Oh, do we have more fighters? I just heard him say reach 3-3. Barrier indicates up. That usually means fighters. So let's go back over here. John, a little bit ago it said 940, but I don't know how accurate that is. It was very late getting here. It was originally, last night when we first saw it, it was originally supposed to be here at 5:30 in the morning. So it's quite late getting here. So I don't know if that's going to translate to quite late leaving here or not, but we'll see. Oh, it is more fighters. Unrestricted hang 10 right there. He just rolled over. He was still going up farther than I could follow him. So the plan now is we're going to hang out for the second A380, which is ANA's first A380, and then we're going to kind of make a decision. We're going to see if the 940 is still accurate or seems to be accurate. I might call in a favor from my boss and try to stay. But the plan is now we're going to hang out till the first A380 gets here from ANA, which is past the island of Kauai now, so it's not too far off, 20 minutes or so. So I think that's it with the fighters. But there is a 717 out there. Mick, we don't usually get 727s here. We've had one in the stream before. Oh, there goes the 737, though. So the 737-200 is heading back out again. It's behind that short there. It is heading out to the reef runway. So let's see its departure here in just a few minutes. We did have the day the 727 was here. We had a bingo on our bingo card. We had the 717. We had a 727. We had many 737s. A couple of 747s. A United 757. A Delta 767. A couple of 777s. And a couple of Dreamliner 787s. We had the complete run from 717 all the way up to 787. And if you want to get a little play with the numbers a little bit, we did have a couple of KC-135s that day, which, depending on how much of a fight you want to get at some sort, are kind of like a 707. Not really, but kind of. You can squint and pretend. Yeah, JB, I only ever remember seeing one here. That was the one we caught in the shot, and that was a not a regular service. That was a charter service, I believe. Oh, Jobber, thanks for stopping by. I hope you got some good shots. It was good meeting you as well. Trevor, the A380 is here, so it's already landed. On the paper it says 9:40. I'm not sure. We'll see about that. So we're about 10 minutes out from having two A380s on the ground here. The first A380 from ANA is about halfway across the channel between the island of Kauai and Oahu. So it's about 10 minutes or so out. Yeah, is Ian still here? Yeah, I think Ian's the one who gave us the information for 9:40. So we'll have to see. Well, this is the Stitch livery on the Hawaiian. You guys like the movie Lilo and Stitch? There's Stitch on a 717 throwing the shaka. So this is one of 3 Lilo and Stitch planes. There's this 717. There's a 321 as well. The 321 has Stitch painting graffiti down the side, and there's a 330 as well. The 330 has Stitch with hibiscus flower in its ear on the side. It's the Hawaiian 321 that I forgot to look up where it was going. The next A380 is, let's say it's second for depart or second for arrival on 8 left. Put my hat on. There's the three. There's the 7. 37-200. Yeah, Plane Crazy Mikey. A couple of weeks ago, we had one of the Qantas regular flights coming in. I believe it was the Sydney flight, and he was, I believe he was leaving, and he was at the end of the 8 left. He was told to hold short and follow company down Juliet, and the company was the Atlas 74. So you don't hear company very often, and having to look up and see a 747. Yeah, the other ones don't look as nice in my opinion. The other 737-200s we have here don't look as nice. They look very similar to this livery here, this orange. Let's see if we can get a better shot of one. No. Let's see if we can find a better shot of one. Yeah, it looks they're very similar to this livery. They have the orange and green tail with trans air and orange and green on the side. The other one that just left is very nice. I really like it. I can't show you the other 737s. They're tucked around the other side of these buildings here. But like I said earlier in the show, they did get their approval to start service again, so hopefully we'll see them later on this year. Okay, I can see the next Super right now. Another 30 or so seconds, we can get a nice shot of it. That's funny, Plane Crazy Mikey. Oh, interesting, Ian. What's the flight number on that? Because there's also a flight number QFA 6001 that's heading off to LA. I wonder if they don't even know where it's going. QF 104. Thank you, Ian. Oh, Ian, that might be the Dreamliner. Yeah, we should be getting a Dreamliner. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Okay. Yeah. The Dreamliner will be here in a bit, but I think it's going to just miss us. Well, it could be for maintenance, or they did cancel a flight yesterday, so it could be a makeup flight for the passengers who are stuck in LA. But that anything I say is just a hypothetical, so I don't know. So that gate is C4 there. That A380 is at. C9 is further down in the background. That's where the second one will show up. Hello, Sparky. Oh, I'll be in Berlin in just a couple weeks. Taking the show on the road. See if we can get both A380s in one shot. See about that. Oh, yeah, we can. Very easily. Look at that. On my Instagram somewhere, I have a picture of 3 A380s on the ground here. The first time it ever happened. Well, no, technically the second time. I apologize. The second time it happened. It was the two ANA A380s and the Qantas when it was diverted here. QF11 was diverted here. So we had I have a picture of all three of them on the ground here. The only other time that I know of that three A380s were here at the same time, when all three of the ANAs were here one night, because of a typhoon off the coast of Japan. One of them couldn't leave, and then they brought the third one in overnight. So for about 45 minutes at about 2 in the morning, all three of the turtles were here. That's the only time I know that's happened. Unfortunately, it was at 2 in the morning. That sounds like a long way to ride a bicycle. Copenhagen to Prague. That sounds like a long way. Good luck with that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, we have another heavy tax. There we go. It just pushed back. I think the tug just went off it, so it should be doing an engine start here any second. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Germany. It should be a lot of fun. So if you're new here, we're taking the show on the road for 2 weeks in Germany. We're going to do 2 shows from Frankfurt, a show from Berlin, and a show from Munich, along with some other thrown in bonus shows. We're funding the trip with a Kickstarter. So a lot of the viewers here have been very gracious and donated to the Kickstarter to make sure we can do this. The Kickstarter hasn't closed yet. It's the first phase is closed, but we're still the end of the month is the end. So if you still like to give to the Kickstarter, you can. It's over here. If you go to reverseops.com/findme, the top link will be for the Kickstarter. Not only does it help get us to unlock extra streams, we're very close to unlocking an extra stream. It'll also, any amount you donate over on the Kickstarter gets you into a Kickstarter backers exclusive stream. So check that out if you got a second. You can get into that extra stream for as little as $1 or as much as you want to donate. Any amount will do. All is appreciated because it's traveling to Europe from Hawaii is extremely expensive. So thank you for all your help with that. Yeah, we're flying Lufthansa over there from LA with the Extra X, but I'm sure once we're there, we will see a ton of stripy Condor planes. In fact, a little teaser, we might have a little Condor merch coming up in the next couple weeks that we'll announce. We'll announce that when we get back from Cranky Dork Fest. So we're also doing Cranky Dork Fest this year, if you're familiar with that. It's a annual plane spotter get together in LA. So we'll be at the actual Cranky Dork Fest. We'll be at the H Hotel for the Friday night party. So if you see me, stop by and say hello. I might have a sticker for you. Well, okay. I'll have a sticker for you if they show up in the mail. They're still lost in limbo somewhere. So hopefully they show up. All right, so we'll wait for this Atlas to start moving. I am going to get a drink of water. I'll be right back. go? I think it's snuck back down by the trees. So next for departure will be a C-130 Super Hercules. It belongs to the Royal New Zealand Air Force. So that looks like it'll be next departure. Oh, thanks, Ian. Should have been looking at your chat, not not getting a drink of water. Oh, the Atlas is moving too. There's the Atlas. So we'll follow. Luckily for us, the C-130 is lit up on flight radar, so we'll get that when it's in the air between the trees. Really? Huh. Interesting, Ian. Cleared to LAX. All right. Well, don't let. Looks like Rainbow Love has started a poll on the Facebook group about pro or con to the Condor stripes. Um, I am pro stripes. I do like them. I think they're different. They took a chance and went bold with it, and I think it paid off. And I like the. Have you guys seen the pink one? They have a pink stripe one too. So they have uh, beach, green, blue, red, and I think that's it. And then they have a pink one. And the oh wow, Ian, thank you. And the pink one is a breast cancer support livery, so that's why it's pink. And from what I understand, that plane is always crewed by an entire female crew. Every flight is an entire female crew. Ah, Gina, I'll have to look for that one. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, there it is. Oh, interesting. We get an actual story. All right. Mark Perry coming in with the actual knowledge. Thank you very much, Mark, our good friend, OG of the channel. So I'll put that on the screen. All right, so now the question becomes, do we try to beat it to the reef runway and watch its departure down there? Do we go for a little road trip? Thanks, Mark. Rod, we're off Lagoon Drive. It's on the western border of the airport. I'm sorry, eastern border. My apology. East side of the airport. So we are at the north end, near the rental-car storage lots right now. It's at the end of 8 left. In just a few minutes, we're going to be at the other end. We're going to be at the other end in the Lagoons parking lot, and we're going to try to catch this A380 depart. So, this A380 right here. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to start packing a few things up here that I need to get secure before we start to move. And then we're going to watch the other Qantas, the 7-4, the Atlas Air. We're going to watch its departure. It's second for departure. And as soon as it's up, we're going to move down to the other end and catch the Qantas A380 depart. Hey Mark, is the tug ready to go? Is it ready for pushback? Oh, oh, oh. Thanks, Mark. Alright, so I'm going to leave this a little wide. You can watch the 22s land. There's one there. There's two of them, and there should be one more behind it. Let me get a couple things battened down. We might also have a P8 down there. I think there's a P8 taxiing right now. Yeah, there's a Plain Crazy Mikey's ahead of the game. Yeah. The 7-4 is next though. That is the different thing. And then as soon as the 7-4 is in the air, we're gonna make our way down to the other runway. There's the P8 right there in the shot. Thank you very much, Scott. Our good friend Scott Roldan come in with a $5 super chat. It says 8,000 steps. Bonus Monday stream. Well, the kiddies head back to school. Can't wait to represent the Aloha shirt in December. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for that, and thanks for purchasing the Aloha shirt. I really like the. Scott just recently purchased one of the Aloha shirts that we have in the shop. They're besides the I'm just here for the Pop-Tart shirt, they might be my favorite items in the shop. They came out so good. If you haven't had a chance to look at them, head on over to reverseops.com or reverseopshop.com and check out the Aloha collection. 3 different Aloha shirts in there. I think I can't decide which one's my favorite. They all came out really nice. They have matching slippers too. Not house slippers, Hawaii slippers. But thanks again, Scott. Good luck to the kids in school this year. All A's, I hope. Hi, the P8 is next. So we're going to hang out here for the P8 and then head down to the other thing. I think we've got time. Yeah, I've been here 20 years and I still can't roll that slip Oz. I still can't do it. Morning, Telly. So JB, I don't intentionally try to speak pigeon, but every once in a while a word or a phrase just slips out. It's just happens. Pigeon just happens sometimes. Yeah, I didn't see it. I'll have to check back on the replay. A lot of times I miss something staring at the back of the camera, which is odd. Alright, so you guys ready? We're gonna head down to the other parking lot. Everybody hold on tight. Make sure you got your field trip buddy with you. And Well, welcome everyone to the other end of Lagoon Drive. I don't think anybody fell off. We have a Qantas lit up over there, but it's the wrong Qantas. We need the other one to lit up because even though we're down here, we don't have infinity time to sit down here. So if it's still 9:40, we're good. If it gets any later than probably 10, we might have to pull the plug. So I don't want to cause any confusion towards the end. Hopefully, it'll stay on time. But if it gets past about 10 o'clock, we might need to pull the plug. So. So let me give you guys a little lay of the land where we're at here. So this is the aerial view of the airport. This down here is the reef runway. This here is 8 left. Before, a little bit ago, we were right here. We came down Lagoon Drive, which is this way, to the General Aviation parking lot, which is right about there. So that gives us a better access to 8 left, which is where we're going to hope to see the departure of the A380 here in mere moments. I think the tripod needs to be leveled a little bit. Hold on. That looks better. I think. Yeah, that looks better. Maybe not perfect, but better. It's hard to see the bubble level out here. Yeah, close enough. Close enough for government work. Okay, we got 8 or so minutes till the next A380. That 737-200 that we saw leave not very long ago is back already. It's just landed on 8 left. The the Super looks like it's third for arrival. So while we're waiting on that next Super, let me show you something real quick. I just dropped a link in the chat. This is the merch shop. So these are all here are our new 2nd year anniversary merchandise. The designs came out real nice. There's an F-22 design and a DC-10 design, these two here. There's also the same on the blue shirt. And then we have our Aloha collection, which I was talking about earlier, which is the Aloha shirts with the matching slippas. So that came out really nice. So head on over there. It's reverseopsshop.com. I dropped the link in the chat. You can also get there with the reverseops.com/findme. All right, next one in on that side is a Hawaiian Flight 95. It's coming in from Salt Lake City. It's a 321. Let's see if we can get a little shot of it before it dips between the trees. There it is. The next one in on that runway is going to be the Super. I could see it kind of in the distance. We'll see. Still kind of far, but it is a very big plane, so we'll see what we can do. It is below the clouds, to the right. Oh, not as far. There it is. So now we officially have 3 A380s on the field. Can't see them from here, but now we just need that QANTAS to light up so I can get to work. Little Skyhawk heading out. The Skyhawks and things like that usually use the 4s. Every once in a while you'll see them on the 8s, but mostly they'll head out or come back on the 4s. It's a Hawaiian Dreamliner coming in from LA with the Extra X. Ah, we have a Qantas lit up. Thanks, Mark. Ah. I'll take 4 minutes late. That's not bad. I'll take that. Ugh. If you haven't done so, now would be an awesome time to hit that like button. So thanks everybody for being here on this odd day for me. I usually don't do Monday streams. Mondays are a little quieter here. Whoa. Well, apparently that's not very quiet here. But thanks for being with me. I know it was a little late notice this morning, but it was well worth coming out for. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering what the heck is going on, we had a Qantas Airlines A380 show up. It has lit up. It's pushing back right now, so we're going to catch its departure here in just a few minutes. Before then, I want to do some shameless self-promotion. Somewhere underneath the video is a like button, somewhere over here, and next to it is a subscribe button. If you haven't done either or one of those, could you hit those for me? It really helps the stream. We also have membership levels available, starting at just $1.99 a month. You can head on that subscribe button. After you subscribe, might turn into a plus sign or a crown sign. I don't know. They keep changing it on me. But you can always find the link here, if I can find the right button to push, at reverseops.com/find-me. It'll take you right to the membership page. On that page, there's also my shop link, which I've been talking about a little bit. My Reverse Ops shop. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, mugs, stickers, magnets, everything but a puzzle, and a license plate frame. Apparently Brandon's been bugging me about a license plate frame. I'll get it up there eventually. You can check that out. That link also has my social media accounts: Instagram, Facebook, and Discord. If you're a channel member, you can get into the Discord members only chat. But I really appreciate y'all being here on a weird day. We're kind of late today, running over what I thought we'd be here, so we might. Tomorrow's stream is up in the air as of right now, but I'll let everyone know. I have to discuss it with my boss, to say the least. So we'll see how tomorrow's. We're still going to do Thursday, though. Thursday will start about 6:45. That is a member's choice stream. So if you're a paying member of the channel, head on over to the post section of my YouTube page. That's my main YouTube page, and across the top there's a bunch of buttons or a bunch of links that say like videos and lives and shorts and stuff like that. One of those says posts. In there you'll see a post that you can vote on for our Thursday location. It's either going to be where we were at the start of this stream, where we are right now, or about 2 miles that way, a mile and a half that way, to catch the underbelly shots of the departures. So make your voice heard. Thank you for moving out of the way, little plane. It's very much more quieter. So okay. And just thanks for showing up. It really does mean a lot to me, whether you're a channel member or you're a lurker or you just sit through the commercials. I really appreciate everything because it all helps. It really does. Just sitting through the commercials is what pays for the internet to bring this to you. So I really appreciate you just sitting through the things. So Jobber 1964, was very good meeting you this morning. So our good friend and longtime channel member, Badass Little Momo, is celebrating 9 months with us at the 717 level. Thank you very much. Nice to be here. We have our good friend Louis DeHaan is coming in too. Says, welcome to the 717 level, but I know Louis has been a long time member of this channel. He's been here since almost the beginning, I think. So welcome back, Louis. Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a good evening where you are. Probably at home. So just in time for the Qantas that has pushed back. It's on Alpha now. Yeah, Sydney, a couple months ago, Mrs. Reverse Ops and I went to Disneyland for Star Wars night. So I made a shirt to wear for Star Wars night. So it's for sale in the shop. It got a lot of attention that night. I was very happy. A lot of people pointing and smiling and thumbs up. A couple people stopped by to say nice shirt. And it still does get quite a bit of attention just walking around if you're in the city. People get the reference, I think. Thanks for all your help, Mark. Have a good rest of your day. Didn't realize that camera was still on me. So it doesn't have a lot of stuff behind it, or in front of it, so it should get out here pretty quickly. This is the one we just saw in front of us, that medevac plane. $63. Holy cow! That is very out of hand. I do about 10. I think it's around 10, maybe 8 or 10. 63. That is a that's a good chunk of the budget per month. So, but thank you for selecting me. I really appreciate it. I like having you around in the chat. So thank you very much. Hey, Corey, did you make it out to check it out? I see Corey in the chat. He's a local plane spotter. Did he make it out to see the Qantas? I was talking with him last night. He said it might have been we were thinking about it might be too early because the original time it was supposed to be here was 5:33 in the morning, and I like planes and all, but I don't know if I could have been out here for a show at 5:33. Oh, thanks, Brandon. Speaking of people I like having in the chat, Mr. Rabbit. Hey, Brandon, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. How many times have you heard that in your life? there's 3 streams that I am a paid member of that I started with the paid memberships before I created this channel. So they're tied to another Gmail account. So when I chat, even though some of these channels I've been members of, for 2+ years, maybe even one of them might be 3 years. When I chat on their thing as reverse ops, it doesn't look like I'm a channel member at all. So I feel really bad about that, and I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my membership streak on the other things. So I don't know what to do. Well, we can't rush a roo, I guess. Oh, the Coletta is lit up now too. Well, I know I always say you can't leave a queen on deck, um, but unless it hurries up, we might have to, because the whatever happens, the Qantas, however these things fall, unless the Concorde is lined up right behind it, the the big Roo is our last plane of the day. So let's see if we can do this. Hello. There we go. While we're waiting, we'll make sure we get everyone accounted for. Ah, Sarah's reading my mind. Thanks to our good friend Steve, this list is very long today. Alright, so the southwest is going off to Kailua Kona. There's a Hawaiian behind it that's heading off to Lehue, and then we should have the Qantas. The Qantas is still waiting on the other side of 8 left. So that southwest is kind of tucked behind the security booth on the other side. I'm in the wrong row. When I got down here, the row I usually pick was full, so we can't see the end of the runway, but we'll see it on its roll. Don't worry. Hello, Sharon. Thanks for stopping by. Ah, Mr. Oxman's here. Hello. So what do you guys think of the new membership scroll? I changed the colors on it to make the names stand out a little better. I think it looks better. The old one was the cloud background with the blue letters, and I went for a little blue gradient with the white letters. It seems to stand out a little better. So unfortunately, the row I'm in, we can't see that Southwest is currently holding on the end of the runway. It's waiting for a Cessna to come in. So we're the row that is to my left is the one I usually get in. But that's the problem when we do these. When we do the road trips, you never know what the parking lot's going to be like when we get down here. So you have to take what you get. When I do the show, when I start the show down here, it's a little easier because the parking lot is very sparsely populated at 6 o'clock in the morning if I get here straight to this parking lot. Okay, there is the. Okay, so we're gonna ignore the Hawaiian. We've seen plenty of 7-1s. We're gonna focus more on this one here. Okay, it's going to tuck itself behind the security fence, and then we'll catch it when it starts to roll on the other side. So we'll keep an eye on that. I want to say thanks again to everyone. 410 likes. You're welcome for the stream. Thanks for all for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, we can still see it a little bit. It hasn't gone all the way. It's still sitting right there. Okay, now it's moving again. But I really appreciate you guys showing up on a weird day. You don't usually stream on Mondays. After I have a talk with my boss when I get to work, we'll find out if Tuesday is still on. I might have to trade Tuesday for today. So, but I hope you guys will understand that. Give you a little sneak peek. We're gonna debut something on our next stream. So. I'll give you the initials. ITR. ITR. See if anybody can figure that out before the next stream. But keep an eye out for our next stream. We're going to debut something. And as far as I know, which, as we've all established, I don't know much, it is the very first time it'll be done in an aviation live stream. So make sure you tune in for the next show to see what that is. Oh, yeah, we can't see it, but the Qantas is lined up on the runway. So as soon as it gets to rolling, we'll be able to see it in this shot. Here we go. All right, well, thank you, everyone. It's been a lot of fun today. That was exciting. I love it. Love that. Back to you never know what you're going to see here in Honolulu. But thanks, everybody. I'm sorry I don't have time to put your comments on the screen, but just know I love each and every one of you. You guys make this amazing for me. We'll be back here maybe tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I see the Concorde pulling up. Hold on. No, I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. We'll see you. Take care. All right. We'll see you all next time. Be sure to check those notifications to find out when I actually stream next. It'll either be Tuesday or Thursday. We'll find out in a couple hours. All right. Aloha, everyone. Thank you very much to the mods. I didn't get a chance to call out your names individually, but thanks to all the mods that were here on the day. I know it's not a normal day, so thank you very much for stopping by, helping out, and for all you do. All right. Take care. Aloha.